Alex, I'd love to hear more about you as well. Your any personal stories that you have, growing up in Canada and any experiences that you have to share.
Oh man, um, where do I start? I grew up in Toronto. Toronto is a melting pot. I went to a predominantly black high school. I went to two high schools. My second high school was a little more mixed, but both my high schools were in the inner city. Um, and also grew up in the inner city, so a lot of the things I experienced and saw, a lot of people around me had experienced as well. I think I've been pulled over probably 10 plus times. Just for being black. There's things you have to do as a precaution as a black man in Toronto. I used to get in the car before I put my seatbelt on. I used to take my fitted cap off, because I knew how these police thought. If they see a black guy driving a car, they're gonna come type in that license plate and pull you over. And that's happened to me several times. I've had my car searched. I've been accused of stealing my own mom's car and spray painting it a different color. Uh, I've I've seen the police beat up my friends. I've seen the police kill somebody before, shoot a black man just like that. And I've seen all of it. And a lot of people think this stuff is like just in movies, but this shit was shit I was seeing. Excuse my language. Are we allowed to swear?
Yeah, go ahead. Too
Okay.
late. No, go
Too late
ahead. I'm
now.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Um,
Go for it.
this stuff was stuff like I was seeing, day in day out. There was police officers at my school. There was all the stuff that we're talking about and that we see on the news is stuff that I've been seeing from a young age, and you're exposed to that stuff. You think that stuff is just whatever. You brush by it, you take it as it comes. But the fact of the matter is, it traumatizes you. It really traumatizes you, and it gives you this. It also stigmatizes the police. When now when I drive, I'm a model citizen. You know what I mean? But I still, when I pull up to a police officer, my ass gets tight. I don't know what they're gonna look over and say to me. This is just it. This is an effect of so much trauma from all the other experiences I've seen and had myself, and you know, it's it obviously has a negative impact. It has a negative impact on your social, on your day to day life, and of course, people grow skeptical of police and these people that come into your communities that don't belong there. You know what I mean? I don't remember what age I was, but at a certain age, my mom sat me down and had that conversation about dealing with police. You know, um, it's a, it's almost like my mom talked to me about dealing with police before she talked to me about sex and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So the fact that somebody has to have that conversation with their son about how to, maneuver in these situations is a nuance of a much, much, much bigger issue. And my experiences reflect that. The things I've seen reflect that. So that's what really has made me more um, vocal about this stuff because I've seen it from both sides. I've been here. When the George Floyd thing happened, I broke down in tears because, I understood exactly what that's about. I understood it because I've seen it. I've seen it. It's lynching. That's what it is. Bottom line, it's lynching. So when that can channel memories and past traumas and stuff like that, I never look at myself as a victim, but to sit there and act like that shit didn't shape any of my outlook or have any effect on me as an individual would be a disservice to my people.